I've been scrubbing the floors of the Alameda County Courthouse in Oakland, California, for over 2 decades now. Started back when I was just a kid, barely 20, fresh out of high school with no diploma to my name and a whole lot of nothing in my pockets. The Bay Area was booming with tech money, but folks like me, we were the invisible ones keeping the wheels turning. I took the janitor gig because it was steady, mopping hallways, polishing brass rails, emptying wastebaskets from rooms where justice was doled out in crisp suits and legalese I barely grasped. For years, that's all I figured I'd amount to, the guy in the gray overalls, blending into the shadows while lawyers and judges played chess with people's lives. But time has a way of reshaping you, especially when you're listening in on the world's secrets day after day. I'm 42 now, and I'm not just pushing a broom anymore. 2 years ago, I enrolled in night classes at the local community college, scraping together credits toward a law degree. It's grueling, 4 evenings a week at UC Berkeley's extension program, studying torts, contracts, and civil procedure after my shift ends at 6 p.m. Full ride on scholarships for folks like me, low income and long in the tooth. During the day, I sneak peeks at case files in the courthouse library, piecing together real-world puzzles from the very building I clean. I know every judge's quirk, every attorney's style. They see me as background noise, but I see them clear as day. It was a crisp October morning in the East Bay when that knowledge turned my life upside down and saved someone else's in the process. Or, at least her legacy, which for Elena Vargas might as well have been her lifeblood. Elena ran Vargas Vineyards, a powerhouse winery out in Napa Valley that she'd built from a scrappy family plot into a multi-million-dollar empire. Her wines graced tables from San Francisco fine dining spots to Hollywood galas.
Now,
She was locked in a nasty divorce with her ex,
Travis Lam.
who was gunning for half of everything. They'd been hitched for 12 years in this community property state, but Elena had a rock-solid prenup. Travis would walk with $10 million. Fair but far from the fortune he craved. Travis claimed the prenup was bogus, signed under pressure, and that Elena had squirreled away assets in trusts and offshore holdings. His lawyer, Victor Slade, was a shark from a big LA firm, all flash and aggression. Elena's attorney, Marcus Reed, was supposed to be top tier, but that morning, as I was buffing the marble floors outside Courtroom 4A, something cracked wide open. Voices echoed from inside, Judge Harlan barking like a coyote in the desert. "Mr. Reed, explain yourself." I paused my work, ears perked. "Your Honor, I've just been informed of a conflict. I must withdraw immediately." The room went dead quiet, then exploded in murmurs. Marcus stormed out, face like thunder, briefcase swinging. He brushed past me without a glance, heading for the elevators. Curiosity got the better of me. I cracked the door just enough to glimpse inside. Elena sat at the defendant's table, scrolling her phone in shock, her olive skin pale under the fluorescent lights. Judge Harlan rubbed his temples. "Ms. Vargas, were you aware of this?" She shook her head. "He texted me 5 minutes ago." "Conflict? We've prepped for months. There's no conflict." Travis lounged at the plaintiff's side, smirking like he'd hit the jackpot, while Victor whispered something that made him chuckle low. The judge sighed. "You need counsel, Ms. Vargas. Recess until 1 p.m. Find a replacement, or we proceed pro se."
Elena protested.
But Harlan's gavel slammed like finality. She slumped as the room cleared, staring at her hands. I eased the door shut, my mind spinning. Marcus Reed didn't bail mid-trial without a damn good reason, or a dirty one. I'd bet my last paycheck Travis had pulled strings, a bribe, a threat, something to tilt the scales. In the supply closet, I scarfed down a PB&J, my phone buzzing. Text from Professor Elias Grant, my mentor in family law. Jack. Coffee today? Usual spot in Berkeley. Elias was retired but sharp as a tack. 68 with a limp from an old ski accident in Tahoe. We met weekly to dissect cases over black coffee. He saw potential in me, treated me like a colleague, not the custodian with dreams. I texted back, can't. Drama at courthouse. Call. He rang immediately. What's up?
Jack.
I spilled it, the Vargas divorce. Marcus quitting cold. I smell foul play.
Professor.
Travis greased him somehow. Elias hummed. Proof.
Gut feeling. But she's hung out to dry.
No lawyer in 2 hours? She's toast. Long pause. Jack. What are you scheming? I took a breath. I know this case inside out. Filings, motions, testimonies. I could step in. He laughed, then sobered. You're a second-year student. No bar card. But under student practice rules. With supervision, another pause.
I'm licensed.
But this is nuts.
Jack.
Victor Slade's a beast. I know. But she needs someone.
Now.
Elias sighed.
Fine.
I'll supervise. But you lead. I'm just the rubber stamp.
Deal.
Get here quick, 3rd floor. He hung up. Heart pounding. I grabbed my gear and hunted for Elena. She was on a bench in the hall, dialing frantically. I need you today, yes.
Now. No.
Next week's too late. Hang up. Dial again. Rejections piled up. I hovered, waiting for a break. But Elias arrived first, silver hair. Cane tapping the tile. You sure about this?
So.
Dead sure. We approached as she ended another call. Head in hands. MS. Vargas? I'm Jack Riley. I work here as a janitor. But I'm in law school. And I've followed your case. I can represent you if you'll have me. Professor Grant here will supervise. She blinked up at us.
Stunned.
You're serious? Elias nodded. It's legal under California rules. Jack sharp. She glanced at the clock, 12:45. Hell. Why not? Better than going alone. We rushed back in as court reconvened. Judge Harlan eyed us. MS. Vargas. Counsel? She stood. Yes. Your Honor. Mr. Riley here. Supervised by Professor Grant. Victor shot up. This a prank? He mops these floors. Harlan scowled.
Seat.
Mr.
Slade.
Mr. Riley. Credentials? 2nd year, at Berkeley. Your Honor. I've studied the case thoroughly. Harlan arched a brow. High stakes. You ready? Prepared as hell. Sir. Chuckles rippled. Proceed. But no kid gloves. Victor grinned like a predator. Plaintiff calls Travis Lang. My gut twisted. Cross-examining the plaintiff first? No warm-up. Travis swaggered to the stand, all cowboy charm in his tailored suit, boots polished. Hair slicked like a Napa playboy. Victor lobbed easy questions. Marriage length. His contributions, schmoozing at wine tastings, emotional support. Then the prenup. Felt rushed. Elena pushed me. No further. My turn. Legs like jelly. I approached. Mr.
Lang.
You had counsel at signing. Hesitation. Yeah. Hers. But he was there for questions? Guess so. Ask any? Can't recall. About a document shaping your future? It was ages ago. I pressed on his management, hiring no one, paying zilch. Examples of networking help?
Blank stare.
Names, silence. On hidden assets. Proof? I know they're there. Based on what?
Gut.
Objection. Sustained. But the jury shifted. Doubtful.
I said.
Buzzing. Elias whispered. Solid start. Elena squeezed my arm. You're a natural. But Victor wasn't done. He called his assistant witness next, planting seeds of shady trusts. I chipped away, no verification. Paid by Elena. The courtroom heated up, drama thick as fog rolling in from the bay. Recess hit like a lifeline. I stepped into the hall, adrenaline crashing, wiping sweat from my brow. Elias clapped my shoulder. You held your own.
Jack.
Dismantled his fluff. Elena joined us, eyes wide. I didn't think, thank you. For the first time, I feel seen.
We're not out yet, I said.
Victor's got more tricks. She nodded, glancing at her phone, texts from frantic board members at the vineyard. This could tank my business. Reputations in wine country are fragile as glass. Back in session. Victor called Lila Monroe, Travis's former assistant, a poised woman in her late 40s. Pearls and a sharp bob, straight out of Sonoma's elite circles. MS. Monroe. Duties. Managed Travis's schedule. Liaised with Elena's team. See financial docs. Yes, offshore statements. Cayman Islands. Panama. Murmur swelled. Balances.
Million.
Undeclared.
Elena whispered fiercely.
Lies. I run clean books. I objected on foundation. She hadn't verified Jack. Sustained. Victor pivoted. Documents exist? On Travis's laptop, seized by Elena's people. Speculation. I shot back.
Sustained again.
My cross. Qualifications. Admin experience. Understand financials? They look legit. Verify with banks? IRS. No, could be fakes. Possible. But seed of doubt planted. Jury leaned in, intrigued by the underdog janitor poking holes. Victor's ace, Dr. Harlan Thorpe, forensic accountant. Silver fox with a resume longer than the Golden Gate. Found patterns, shells, trusts, hidden wine estate valuations, $150 million squirreled away.
Gasps.
Elena gripped the table. He's bought off. I whispered assurances. Mind racing. Cross. Sources? From Travis.
Verified.
Appeared genuine. Contact banks. Not standard. Public filings for Vargas Vineyards clean?
Pause.
Yes. I handed over Elena's tax returns, prepped in her bag. IRS audits. Red flags? He flipped pages. None here. So, pros missed what you found on bias docs. Objection. But jury's eyes narrowed. Defense turn. I called Elena. She testified calmly, built the vineyard from her abuela's recipes. Travis as arm candy at tastings. Offshore?
No.
All disclose. Wife fabricate.
Greed.
He wants my legacy. Her accountant followed, meticulous. Spreadsheets galore. Every barrel accounted for.
No heights.
Victor grilled. But facts held like California oaks. Closings loomed. Victor painted Travis as victim. Coerced prenup. Cheated out of fair share. My rebuttal. Simple greed. Travis signed freely. Lived large on Elena's dime. Proof? Zilch but fakes. Honor the contract. Stop the grab. Jury out. We pace the hall. Elena sharing stories of Napa sunrises. Me of Oakland nights, studying under streetlights. Elias mused, "Justice ain't always in robes." Jack. Verdict next morning. For Elena. Prenup upheld. Travis gets his $10 mill. No more. He stormed out, red-faced. Elena hugged me. You saved everything. But as confetti settled in my mind, doubt crept. Had I fueled vengeance? Or sparked change? Post-trial. Back to mopping. But Elena called. Jack. A gift. $75,000, my old lawyer's fee. As thanks. And when you bar up, join my team as counsel. Stunned. I accepted the gift for tuition. Think on the job. Life shifted. But I pondered the human cost. Weeks blurred after the trial. Oakland's fog mirrored my thoughts. Victory sweet, but hollow.
Ide expusa Travis Camas.
But what of the man behind them?
Elena Trived.
Her wines winning awards. But whispers lingered in wine circles.
Me?
Back to routine. But changed. Classmates buzzed about my courthouse coup, Elias beaming like a proud dad. One evening, post-shift, I hit a dive bar in Jack London Square, salty air.
Cargos chips groaning.
Nursing a beer. Travis slid onto the stool beside me. Riley, right? I tensed. What do you want? He looked haggard.
No squagger.
Not a fight.
Just talk.
Over IPAs. He spilled. Grew up poor in Fresno. Married Elena for stability. Got lost in luxury. I pushed too far. Thought I deserved more.
No excuses.
Just regret. You're cross? Humiliating. But eye-opening. I listened.
No gloating.
Why tell me? You saw through me. Maybe redemption starts here. We parted neutral, no buddies. But seeds of understanding. Back home, I journaled. Law's not just wins. It's mending fractures. Elena invited me to the vineyard for a tasting. Rolling hills. Grapevines golden in sunset. Jack. That offer stands. We toured cellars. Her sharing immigrant roots. Parents from Mexico. Building from nada. You remind me of that hustle. I opened up, dropped out young. Single dad now to a teen son. Law school for him. Trials showed me anyone can rise.
She nodded.
And forgive? Travis reached out, apologetic.
Surprise flickered.
Maybe there's hope. In court next. A minor case echoed ours. I watched from shadows. Pondering. Elias called. Proud. But, remember, justice tempers mercy. Nodded. Life wove on classes.
Shifts.
But with purpose. Son asked. Dad. Why law? To lift folks up. Not tear down. Word count. 987 wait. Need to expand slightly for 1,000. As months passed, I dove deeper into studies. Applying trial lessons. One night, prepping for finals, Elena texted. Board meeting, need advice on a merger. Unofficial. But I guided her through California corp law basics. Felt right, helping without courtroom drama. Travis faded from headlines. Rumor he started a small consultancy in Sacramento. Low-key. Reflection hid during a hike in Redwood Regional Park. Towering trees. Bay glimpses. Underdog stories like mine? They're everywhere in the West. Miners striking gold. Tech kids coding empires.
Mine?
From up to maybe more. But the real win? Humanity glimpsed in foes. A year post-trial. Bar exam loomed. I quit janitorial halfway. Elena's gift-funded full-time study. Berkeley buzzed with diversity, dreamers from Oakland streets to Silicon Valley dropouts. Elias tutored relentlessly, Law's a tool. Jack for equity, not ego. Elena's offer evolved. Not just counsel, but equity stake if I joined. Build with me. Tempting, but I weighed family, son's college dreams. Then, twist, Travis sued again. Minor claim on a joint property.
Victor out, Travis prose.
Court date, I observed. He fumbled, but earnest. Judge dismissed. But post-hearing, Travis approached Elena outside.
Suddy.
Truly. Wasted years chasing wrong things. She paused. Then, water under the bridge. Start fresh. Handshake. I watched.
Moved.
Later, over wine at her estate, she said, "Your influence? You fought fair. Taught mercy." I smiled. Law's clear. Prenups hold if voluntary. But life? Messier. Passed the bar first try. Celebration. Barbecue in my backyard. Elias toasting.
Son beaming.
Elena gifting a bottle from her reserve. To new chapters. Accepted her offer, corporate counsel at Vargas. Office overlooking Vines. But volunteered pro bono in Oakland, helping underdogs like old me. Lesson lingered. Revenge fades. Growth endures. Travis? Rebuilt modestly. Even sent congrats note. West spirit. Resilient. Forgiving. Added family dinner scene. Son saying, "Dad, you proved jobs don't define us." Reflections on cultural shifts in California law. Emphasizing community property fairness. 2 years in at Vargas. Life bloomed. Advised on expansions to Oregon. Navigated regs with ease. Elena became mentor-friend. Sharing boardroom battles. Son aced high school. Inspired. Gonna study law too. Dad. Pride swelled. Flashback moments hit. Mopping halls. Overhearing injustices.
Now.
I guest lectured at Berkeley. Elias introducing, from custodian to counsel, proof perseverance pays. Students applauded. One asked, "Biggest lesson?" See the human in every case. Vengeance blinds. Empathy illuminates. Travis? Crossed paths at a wine expo, cordial chat. He'd remarried. Content small scale. Thanks for the wake-up. Indirectly. Nodded.
No gracias.
Elena's empire grew. But she philanthropized. Scholarships for low-income Bay kids. Like me once. I spearheaded. Full circle. In quiet Napa evenings, overlooking harvest moons, I reflected. West's vast skies teach humility. From underestimated janitor to justice's hand, journeys about lifting others. Article in local paper, the janitor who vindicated a vintner. But true story? One of redemption, where law meets heart. Have faith in second chances. They're the real fortune.